Hi, I'm Andre Stevens. In this video, we're going to go over the tools used to manage your Microsoft Hyper-V offering here at Rackspace. Let's get started. When logging into one of our hypervisors, you see two different options. Normally, you see the server manager, which is just your GUI-based option to get some information regarding the server, and you can see some of the normal MMC snap-ins. And of course, you have your PowerShell window. To get to the Hyper-V Manager, you can go to, on the Server Manager, you can go to Tools and then Hyper-V Manager is listed. Or at your PowerShell window, you can type in vert.mgnt.msc. Both cases, you'll get the Hyper-V Manager. Now, one of the, of course, questions is, I want to spin up an unsupported VM. How do I do that? And it's pretty easy. Now we're going to go to underneath the right side and select New, then Virtual Machine. We're going to create a new VM. We'll call it Demo VM. And we're going to store the VM in a local location. Now, one of the differences between using the Hyper-V Manager and the Failover Cluster Manager is that the Failover Cluster Manager creates this, it needs a centralized storage location so that the VMs themselves, if one node of the cluster goes down, they can be failed over. When doing a standalone VM, your information is stored on your local storage typically, and there is no level of protection. So if the host goes down, your VMs are not accessible. So we're going to choose, underneath the C drive, there's a folder called Local VMs, and we're going to choose the VMs folder to store our configuration file for the VM. Now there is a generation 1 and generation 2 option. The generation 1 option is for typically your older virtual machines, and generation 2 is for Windows 2012, R2 and newer, as well as some CentOS 6.5 and newer virtual Linux flavors. We're going to just choose our generation 2 since we do have an image that we're going to use. We're going to select 4 gigs for the default startup memory. We'll configure the networking. Now this is just your vSwitch. The VLAN information has to be configured after the VM is provisioned. And as I said, we're going to use an existing virtual disk. So underneath the same location, C local VMs, there's a folder called sysprept. We're going to copy the sysprept Windows 2012 R2 image into the VHDs folder, and from there we're going to finish out configuring this brand new virtual machine. As I said, there's additional features that you're going to have to come and do, such as your Vlan Tag. We provide that information in the initial hypervisor handover ticket, but there is a section for VLAN identification. Enter in whatever VLAN that we've stated before. We'll just choose our arbitrary number 102. And once that's done, the only thing you have to do is start the VM, and this is how you configure an unsupported VM. Now the process to delete the VM, it's similar, but a little bit more work to do in reverse. You have to go in and delete your demo VM. When that is complete, you actually need to go into your VHD folder, and from there, you'll see this Windows Server 2012 R2 VHD. So we're going to go ahead and delete that image. We're going to go back to the VMs folder as well. And you notice that demo folder is still there. When that's deleted, we've removed all records of the VM from the server, and we'll be good to go. Thank you for taking the time to watch the demo. For more information, go to rackspace.com/Microsoft.